Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. I am Eva Medilek. I am a certified high performance coach and a inclusive leadership and intelligence trainer. So I'm coming to you this morning with a little bit of a rant. What's wrong with this camera here? My rant is about a quote I see going around on LinkedIn with the title, and I'm going to read it. It's got a picture of Morgan Freeman. How do we stop racism? Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man, and I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. And so this quote is going around, and all of the white people are like, yeah, see, he's absolutely right. Let's see what he said. I love to avoid labeling people, and they're giving all of Morgan Freeman all of these accolades. The best way is to stop all these name calling is by not seeing people by the color of their skin. Interesting, but as equal. After all, we are all Americans, regardless of where our ancestors come from. Start doing this today if you haven't been doing this. So I'm going to tell you right now, that is all bullshit. Morgan Freeman is not God. Spoiler alert. Morgan Freeman is not God. And that quote is bullshit. And just because he's a black man and he's a famous actor doesn't mean that he has the answers to how to end racism. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. And I'm sure he said it with a different mindset and from a level of ignorance that hopefully he has grown out of and possibly changed. Because here's the thing, racism flourishes in denial. You don't see me as a black woman, you don't see my color, then you don't see me. Okay? And you're not going to end racism by burying your head in the sand, hiding in bed, under a pillow. I don't want to see it. I don't want to talk about it. And every person that responded to this quote and liked it, I don't know how I ended up liking it. I'm going to take that off. Yes, I can unlike it. Good. Is white. This is something like, see, a black man said it, and it was Morgan Freeman. Oh my God, people, wake up. Just because a person is black doesn't mean they have all of the answers to stop racism. I have said things in the past, maybe believed things in the past, and done things in the past that were based off of a lack of education, awareness, and knowledge as to what the deeper root of problems are in racism. The things I used to believe, I shudder at now. But as I'm diving deeper into this work, I see the error of my ways in some things that I've said. People used to, I gotta stop saying, people used to come to me right after George Floyd's murder when I did the Allyship Awareness Forum, and then I wrote my book a few months later called The Intimacy of Race. And even before that, as a black woman, will you help us in our company? Will you help us be diverse? And I'm like, just because I'm black doesn't mean that I have the skills and knowledge to do this. So I want you to stop right now. I got to get my thoughts together here because just watching this is upsetting. Somebody said to me the other day that, it was remarking on another privileged white woman's opinion on abortion and making it the woman's responsibility, and everybody knows where babies come from. And it was just the righteousness and the privilege in that post was making my blood boil. And I reached out to someone I know that knew the person making that quote, and she's like, just unfriend her, just stop, block her, stop seeing those things. And here's what's coming up for me. We can't address problems by building this cocoon and this bubble around us to stop seeing them. We cannot stop seeing this just because we don't like it or we're uncomfortable with it. And, immediately I thought, maybe I shouldn't, torture myself by hearing what dumbass people are saying. Obviously, I'm very opinionated right now. But I thought, no, I need to know what people are saying and thinking so that my work can be informed by some of the misinformation that's out there and address it head on. Racism flourishes in denial. Silence does not change things. Hiding does not change things. You've got to get out there, use your voice. You have the right to have your opinion, and it may not be popular. And for people out there speaking their truth, whether I agree with it or not, I appreciate them. But for this particular live, spoiler alert, Morgan Freeman is not God. And just because he said something however many years ago it was, I know it wasn't recently, that we can just stop seeing color and racism will disappear. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. We have to learn how to create safe, inclusive, fair, and just spaces. And it's not by hiding from and ignoring the problem, because you know how upset you get when your spouse or your partner ignores your feelings, ignores what you're saying, ignores what you're doing. And I can say for myself personally, that you want to, Corinne, oh my God, love you, honey. You know that you want to strangle your spouse or partner when they're ignoring you and they're not paying attention to you. Ignoring racism is not going to eradicate racism. We've got to face this head on. And that's why I said, dumbass people, Corinne, because there are dumbass people spreading this quote around that Morgan Freeman apparently said some years ago. How do we stop racism? Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man, and I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. Voila, the cure to racism. Biggest bunch of bullshit I ever heard, and I don't care who said it. Hopefully, Morgan Freeman has evolved by now and knows better to stop saying dumb shit like that white people can just say, see, Morgan Freeman says we should ignore it. All lives matter. I don't see color, and all the other bullshit that comes from that. No, not going to happen. Anyway, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn if you want to hear more amazing rants about race and racism from Eva. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.